finish our conversation here on Sunday afternoons, our little afternoon delight, our little Live Live cocktail party, with a call that may your strength bring strength.
Yes.
May your faith bring faith. May your hope bring hope. May your love bring love. It's this anthem we have that comes from the house band, also known as the Bruce Springsteen and E Street Band. And they are calling out, that particular song finds its narrative inside of September 11th rescue people who ran up. And that song is a song to the rescue workers who lost their lives. May their strength and faith and hope and love bring about that same in all of us. So we end with our conversation with this call out that there are things in this world that are done the way they're supposed to be. And we were chatting here during the break because if you don't listen to the 2 hours before this segment, to the pet appreciators, to the pet playground show, it's terrific. It's terrific.
Yeah.
They do a great job, especially if you love animals. I would imagine then you'd really dig it. It's really great. And they have a little phrase they use, which I was listening to it again today, and I said, that's so good they do that. They have this thing called the pet appreciators. Yeah. So they'll say when they come back out of their segment, welcome back, pet appreciators.
That's the general listenership that's listening to the show.
They say, hey, you out there, they're listening, you're pet appreciators. Yeah. Hi, pet appreciators.
Right.
And when Stephen Colbert does his little show, he begins and he says, nation. First, and I realized we don't have a pet name for our listeners.
Yeah, our people have no...
Our people have no
name.
They're no-name people. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what it should be. No-namers.
Yeah.
But I feel like we need a name for them.
Sure.
I feel like we need a name. So we could say to them, no-namers, may your strength bring strength, may your faith bring faith. Yeah. We just sort of refer to them as, people or listeners or something.
Just so pedestrian.
Yeah, we need something else. So help us.
Yeah.
Help us around here on the show. Who are you? What ought we call you?
Yeah.
Yeah, hopers. Strengthers, lovers. Lovers.
Maybe
hey, lover.
Lovers. A different show.
Lovers. Let's try that one.
Yeah.
Lovers, we try to tell a story of the right on. We come out of the cripes and the come on, you got to be kidding me, and say you don't have to live in a world where that's all you do. You don't just grumble.
No.
There's an hallelujah. It's a cold and it's a dark hallelujah sometimes.
Right.
But there's an hallelujah for you.
Yeah.
And there's some things that are right. There's some things that are right on. And we want the strength of that and the hope of that and the faith of that and the love of that. That's what we want to be inspired by. So we try to tell a story every week about these strength and faith and hope and love activities. Well, about 1.5 years ago, I found myself in Haiti. Some of you still remember the award-winning broadcast out of Haiti. And I met some orphans living in a little orphanage, and they weren't getting any help from anywhere. So we started raising money in a program called In for 10. We said, hey, throw in $10. If all the listeners, all the people throw in $10, we got enough to help these orphans. And a small number of people threw in some money, and we got the money together. And around the time when we were going to deliver the money, it turns out that the people running the orphanage were running a scam, selling kids.
Oh my gosh.
Hurting them, stealing their money. Horrible stuff, like human trafficking stuff. So this little orphanage that I stumble on with other groups of people that we want to come around and help are actually doing the bad stuff.
Right.
So I have to call the authorities, people get involved, and so I go quiet on the whole In for 10 thing, right? Because, I'm embarrassed, right? I'm embarrassed about the fact that we stumble on these people, we think we're going to help out, we bring some money down there, we give this money to these people, and what are they doing? Bad stuff with it.
Yeah.
So you go underground, right? so you quit. So I didn't totally quit. I stayed engaged in this, but we moved the money off to some other projects because, we got to save these kids. Well, it turns out that yesterday, some folks who didn't quit the way I did, some people who kept going, went in, got those kids out of there and moved into two other places, started 2 orphans to save these kids yesterday. Like literally Friday, I'm on the phone. They're like, we're going in tomorrow morning. These people are being put in jail who are doing this. We've got the authorities finally in Haiti to kick in. We're coming in and we're saving these kids.
Oh.
Right on to those people.
Yes.
Yeah, not quitters like me that slump your head and want to tell people, I don't want to tell you what's going on down there. Let's just go quiet.
Yeah.
Let's just mum's the word. Let's just stop talking about it. Right on to the people who in failure, who in mistake, didn't stay quiet. They kept pushing.
Yeah.
They kept going. Good for those people. So now if you want to help with these kids, seriously, In for 10. You can help these children. They're sweet. They're beautiful. Maybe you've given money to this project already. Just know it's going to help those kids, as it turns out. After all of this, that there's people who didn't stop in the face of failure, because those People do bad things, and you get duped in this world.
Yeah.
And there's part of me, because of my temperament, and certainly, and you were even saying this during the break, even more your temperament, that feels like, don't tell people about the failure.
Yeah.
Because if you tell them about that, then they're not going to trust that you're a voice that they should listen to on other things.
Yeah, that's how I feel. That was my counsel. Let's do a different ride on, because you'd have to admit that there was malfeasance going on down there.
And there's some of us who we cower, we crouch, we pull back in the face of our own error and mistake. Mm-hmm. And fortunately, not everybody's that way. Fortunately, other people pull us up. Fortunately, other people have the strength that I want to have. They have the faith that I want to have. They have the hope that I want to have. They have the love that I want to have. And they kept going. And these kids are in a safe place as of yesterday, and will be. Great. And hopefully some of us are going to be going back down there and trying to support and help these kids. And the people who brought pain and destruction to them, that the right things will happen to them as well. Because you know what? Because you know what's not enough? Now, I'm going to be a pacifist for a minute. Mm-hmm. Punishment's not enough. Now, look, they should be punished, of course. But punishment doesn't fix it.
Yeah.
So I hope they're not just punished. I hope there's something that even brings about the healing and the righteousness that needs to happen for those people.
Yeah, because being locked in a Haiti jail sounds like a real good time for those guys.
Yeah. And there's a part of me, there's that vengeful side of me that just wants to give it to him. And if that was sufficient, I would lay it on and give it to him. Mm-hmm. But we can't stop there. And we couldn't stop there either when you sort of cower back and feel like, hey, just go quiet and let this thing sort of slide away. And there were people who had the good sense to keep pushing, and those kids have been saved out of that circumstance, out of the very circumstance that we saw them in at first and then thought there was no saving them from it. They actually were. So to those who brought about that goodness, may your strength bring strength.
Yes.
May your faith bring faith. May your hope bring hope, and may your love bring love. And to anyone who finds themselves deciding to no longer cower at the sight of their own failure and wants to keep doing the right things, right on from Doug Pagitt Radio. Mm-hmm. Right on for the strength, the faith, the hope, the love that brings to all the rest of us. So hang in there. Give it another week. We'll talk to you again next week. If this is a connection you want to share with anybody else, you can do that, of course, over there at DougPagittRadio.com. And stick around for all the good things that happen here on AM 950, the progressive voice of Minnesota. And may your strength bring strength, your faith bring faith, your hope bring hope, and your love bring love. Lovers, we'll talk to you next week.